the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Alexers, and welcome back. Saudi Arabia has established itself not only as a prominent nation of the Middle East, but also as a rising power in global politics altogether. With a little money, everything is possible. Under the reign of Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, the country is taking measures to allow its citizens and residents to live a more free, peaceful life, something that has been a problem for the region for the past decade or so. Saudi Arabia is traditionally known as the site of two Muslim havens, Mecca and Medina. So it's hardly a surprise that the richest, most powerful Muslims across the world spend their dime on lengthy, expensive pilgrimages that enrich their souls while also enriching Saudi's pockets. But Saudi Arabia's wealth structure rises above its role as Islam's holiest destination. So today, we're going to dive into the details of the sovereign state's economy and culture. But before that, a little background on what has made Saudi Arabia the country it is today. Fast facts. So we've already covered how Saudi Arabia is home to Mecca and Medina, the two locations that every devoted Muslim would want to check off their list as they seek to achieve their spiritual balance under the faith of Islam. But there's so much more Saudi Arabia has to offer the world. Saudi Arabia, covering about 2,149,690 square kilometers, is a fairly large and stable territory, particularly in comparison to some of its neighbors. With its capital city of Riyadh, the country has a population of about 34 million, of which only 64% consists of Saudi nationals. The rest include temporary residents, workers, and millionaires, hotshots and magnates that have seized the land for themselves and their luxurious pleasures. But now, a little bit about the history. The modern proportions of Saudi Arabia can be fairly divided into four distinct regions, which are Hejaz, Najd, Eastern Arabia, and Southern Arabia. These four areas existed and thrived for centuries on their own, but they were united as part of one nation in 1932 by Ibn Saud. As you could probably guess, Ibn Saud is considered to be one of the most notable men in the history of Saudi Arabia, whose name quite obviously inspired the etymology. Since then, Saudi Arabia's government affairs have been controlled by a total monarchy that is based around a hereditary network. It's clearly a very wealthy nation, and you may have some idea about how that came to be, but let's take a look at the specifics. How Saudi Arabia became rich. There is a defining keyword here: oil, and that probably explains it all. In this day and age of dwindling natural resources, finding oil in one's own backyard can sustain a family for generations to come, as has been the case for Saudi Arabia for nearly 90 years. Petroleum was first discovered in 1938, and since then, the economy of Saudi Arabia rocketed toward the mining, refining, and export of oil in all its forms. In the 90s, Saudi company Saudi Aramco achieved the status of being the largest fully integrated oil company in the world, as it began its steady climb through the global economy in place of other major contributing countries. Today, Saudi oil reserves are the second largest in the world, while its petroleum sector accounts for 87% of the budget revenues, as well as 90% of all export statistics. So it's safe to say that Saudi Arabia's oil-driven affairs are very much central to their evolution as a nation in terms of how its citizens acquired that much money per capita within a rather short period of time, all things considered. But it isn't simply the magic of oil and gas that's been turning the wheels in their bank accounts. Over the years, the country has experienced a large influx of foreign investments from companies from the States, Europe, and China as they rush to build their fortifications amidst the race for oil and natural resources. Now, as the administration of Mohammed bin Salman's government looks to lessen their dependency on oil, there are shine of money and luxury as the richest, most powerful individuals make a point to travel and indulge in its lush amenities on a yearly basis. Saudi Arabia will further provide appealing jobs to foreign workers and investors as part of their Vision 2030 agenda, who will further stimulate their economy and bring their friends while they're at it. So, what are some of those mind-numbingly rich and opulent properties that are a beacon to the rich? For starters, the country has enough oil reserves to fill up 5 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Outside of that, the country boasts some of the most exquisite hotels and structural developments in their region of the world. They include the Four Seasons in Riyadh, a space of extravagance and comfort, with a hotel overlooking the entire city. It's equipped with some of the finer amenities that money can buy. Other hotels where the rich love to stay include the Fairmont, the Narcissus, and the Ritz-Carlton, all of which cost upwards of $1,500 a night. But no accommodations can compare to the life of luxury led by Saudi Arabia's most prominent citizens. The royal family in Saudi Arabia. Before we talk more specifically about the wealth that Saudi Arabia has been blessed with, we must first talk about the opulent lifestyles of the House of Saud, that is, the royal family of Saudi Arabia, and how they're not afraid to boast about their strong financial foundation among the generally poor populace. So what exactly is it that makes them so privileged and spoiled? For starters, prior to his father's death, Mohammed bin Salman purchased some very impressive assets, like a $500 million yacht, a $300 million French chateau, and most astoundingly, a $450 million Leonardo da Vinci painting. The yacht is known to be equipped with swimming pools, hot tubs, and a convenient helipad, in case the sheikh has to make a quick getaway.